This is the Porsche Taycan Sport Turismo, and it's a little bit like the tip of your tongue. It's not because it's red, it's because the tip of your tongue has all the taste buds on it. So it's a sweet spot, and this is the sweet spot in the Taycan range because you've got the estate body style from the Cross Turismo, but the sportier look of the normal Taycan. Also, this is the GTS version, which is probably the sweet spot in the actual model lineup itself as well, because you've got a bit more power than the 4S, but it's not as expensive as the Turbo or the Turbo S. Anyway, in this video, I'm going to review the car. I'm going to talk you around the exterior, the interior. I'm going to take it for a drive. I'm going to launch it to see how quick it is from 0 to 60 miles an hour, because I'm Matt Watson and you're watching CarWow. And if you haven't done so already, please make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon to turn your notifications on. That way you won't miss a single upload. Buy, sell, CarWow. Let's start this video by talking about the design of the Taycan Sport Turismo. So you've got that swoopy, sporty hatchback rear end because it's an estate model. And depending on which model you go for, obviously this is the GTS, so you've got your GTS badging, you get different badging, you get slightly different rear bumper. And this one has the upgraded carbon pack, so you get an extended carbon diffuser and some other carbony bits. I love this Porsche light bar here with Porsche logo in there. It's a really good looking car. Wheel sizes start at 19 inches. Too small. These are the 21s, which is what you need. I love the line of this car. It's really nice. I like the Cross Turismo, but this definitely looks better without like the cladding and stuff like that. Once again, this carbon fibre is part of that carbon pack I just mentioned. Yeah, front of the Taycan. It's very, very characterful, very Porsche with like the low bonnet because obviously there's no internal combustion engine. Very 911-y really, isn't it? Once again, this is more of the carbon pack there. It's nice. Good looking car this, very good looking car. Here on the inside, the Taycan Sport Turismo is like the normal Taycan, so great design. I love the curved digital driver's display, all the dials you get on there. The infotainment screen is nice and crisp. And now you have Android Auto, look, as well as Apple CarPlay. Finally, Porsche did it. Now, this particular car actually has the display for the passenger as well, with lots of other information and dials that they can look at, so they can see how quick you're going and tell you off for breaking the law and pulling too many G's and all that kind of stuff. Then there's another screen down here for your climate control and stuff like that, which has haptic feedback, so it vibrates when you press it. I want to turn it off. Still not quite as easy to use as dials. Yeah, and this whole central column here, it actually makes you feel real sporty because you're separated out from your passenger. And oh, I'm loving the quality, and the Alcantara on this GTS model just makes it feel so sporty. It is so well built, this car. It feels very expensive, but then it is expensive, isn't it? The Taycan Sport Turismo starts from £74,000. So if you're thinking about buying one, you're probably going to have to sell your current car, aren't you? And you can do that through CarWow. All you have to do is upload some photos of it, give some brief details, and our dealers will bid on your car to make sure you get a great price for it. And then they'll come and take your car away at your convenience and put them in your account. Now, if you want to find out more about that now, just click on the pop-out banner in the top right-hand corner of the screen and follow the link in the description below. Alternatively, after this video, you can just Google "Wow Me CarWow" and we will wow you. Yeah, and this car's wowing me as well. It's lovely. Actually, so much I forgot to tell you about practicality. Door bins are decent, couple of cup holders there. You got a glove box, which is tiny. Didn't shut properly. And the seating position is lovely, low slung and sporty, as it should be in a Porsche. Here in the back of the Taycan Sport Turismo, there's a decent amount of room. Look, knee room's good, headroom, that's all right as well. Love the seats, they are very nice. You do seem to sit quite upright in them, and the footwells aren't the largest either. Now, you can actually get a third seat in this car, which this has, it's an option, but you don't really want to travel here because you're really having to, yeah, sit legs akimbo because of this hump in the floor. Also, I've got to be careful not to kick the climate control for the rear seats. It's all right, you've got some Isofix anchor points there, so you can fit a baby seat, and there's some door bins, and look, you have an armrest, oh, some cup holders which you end up putting your arm in, and through loading there. It does feel a bit more spacious than the standard Taycan. However, I do think that a Tesla Model S Plaid feels a bit more room in the back. And if you want to see my full in-depth video review of that car, click on the pop-out banner up there or follow the link in the description below. Now let's check out the practicality, starting with the front boot, which I call the fruit. 85 litres of space, which is more than enough room for your big, hefty charging cable. Bloody hell, this is heavy. Listen to this. Then there's the rear boot, which I like to call the root, and I'll continue calling it that until it catches on. So we have 446 litres, which is 40 more than the standard saloon version Taycan, and it's therefore more practical. Look, especially as you've got that hatchback tailgate. There's a little bit of extra storage under here for another cable if you need it. You've got your 12-volt sockets, you've got your strappages, you've got your hookses. Now, if you want to, you can fold down the rear seats, but you really have to lean in. Oh, God. In fact, I'm going to have to get in. Oh, yeah. Oh, look. Then you've got a big flat load area there, which is good, but why don't they just have some release handles here? Come on, Porsche, it's an expensive car. And that brings on to 5 annoying things about the Porsche Taycan Sport Turismo. This car can make your eyes water, not just talking about the acceleration, nor the price, but bits of it can hurt you. For instance, this area here protrudes, so if you're not careful when you're getting in, you can just bang your leg like that and then you get a dead leg. Then there's the handle here. It's on quite a strong spring, and you can get your fingers caught just there, just a bit of your skin there on the edge of your finger, and it can pinch it, and that hurts as well. I'm not being a wuss, not at all. Look how small the rear wiper blade is. Look at that. It's not really going to clean much of that back window, is it? It's going to be like looking through a little porthole. The design of this centre console cubby means that it's very awkward to operate one-handed and get something out of it. Look at this. So I want to get something out of it. No, can't quite. See, sort of like having to go like that. The outermost dials are blocked ever so slightly by the steering wheel rim. The load cover is a little bit of a puzzle. Yeah, that's that. And then there's, I think, this bit here. Come on. Tell you what, putting it back together is even harder. And there's nowhere really to store it in the car where it's out of harm's way, because if you load this boot up, that is going to get crushed and you're going to scuff your lovely Alcantara. Anyway, it's not all bad. Here's 5 cool things about the Porsche Taycan Sport Turismo. The optional panoramic glass roof gives you the ability to shade out certain sections or all of it. Look, I've got a pattern going on here, but I can change it ever so slightly, look. There we go. Look at that, yeah. Or I can go fully blanked out, or clear. Right, it's freaking me out. I love the way you open the charge port on this car. Look, oh, so satisfying. Now look, we've got AC charging there, DC charging. There's actually another charge port on the other side which does AC only. Wonderful. The optional surround view cameras you get with this car are blooming lovely. Look, high definition, and you can look all the way around the car and it's all very video gamey. Oh, wait, actually, let me control it myself. Come on. There we go. Yes. I can look all around it. Brilliant. It's like a computer game. Bit annoying that it's not the same colour as the car I've got, and it hasn't got the right wheels on either, but let's just overlook that. Oh look, you get special insulated glass as standard. That helps reduce noise from the outside and keeps the temperature consistent inside the car, so you don't have to use your climate control quite so much, to save you some range. Do you want your brake discs to always look tip-top with no rust on them at all, even if you leave the car standing for a long period of time? Then you're going to need to upgrade to the Porsche surface coated brakes, which have a special coating on the surface of the brake disc so that they don't rust. They actually don't create as much dust either. And you get some lovely white calipers as well. Obviously these aren't those brakes. Now let's talk about charging and battery packs and all that kind of stuff. So the entry level car has a 71 kilowatt hour battery, but you can upgrade to an 84 kilowatt hour battery, which the more expensive cars have. Now the most range that you're going to get out of a Taycan is around 300 miles on a single charge, but the car can charge at a rate of 270 kilowatts, and if you can find a fast enough charger, you can charge one of these things from pretty much empty to 80% full in just 19 minutes. As for the performance, well, the entry level Taycan, which is rear wheel drive only, has 408 horsepower. At the top of the range is the Turbo S with 761 horsepower, and in the middle is this Taycan GTS, which has all-wheel drive, so 2 electric motors and a combined 598 horsepower. I'd say it's probably the sweet spot in the range. Wait a minute, have I said that already? Oh, yes, I did. All a bit confusing for you? Well, for more information, click on the pop-out banner up there or follow the link in the description below to go to carwow to check out the Porsche Taycan range. In fact, I've configured my favourite version of this car in my favourite colour. You can go check out what it is. Now, if you like the thought of a high-performance electric car, but you don't quite have the money for a Taycan Sport Turismo, click on the pop-out banner up there for the link in the description below for my favourite all-round sporty electric car. Right, let's drive this Porsche Taycan Sport Turismo, and surprise, surprise, it drives exactly the same as a normal Porsche Taycan. So it's very good. Even when you're driving over real extreme bumps like that. You've got it in normal mode. The air suspension with adaptive dampers on the GTS, which you get as standard, does deal with bumps pretty well. I mean, it always does have a firm, sporty Porsche-like edge to it, but it's not uncomfortable. And when you put your foot down, it picks up nicely. It's not too brutal, and the power builds. However, if I turn to put it in sport, everything just gets a little bit more focused. There's more weight to the steering then. The suspension lowers slightly, it becomes stiffer, the damping does as well. The throttle response is now a little bit more extreme, a bit more brutal when you put your foot down. You still get the same acceleration once you're going, but that initial pickup is sharper. Then you turn it one more to go to the full on Sport Plus. Car lows again, dampers get firmer, yet again the steering heavier, and then the response from the accelerator is almost too brutal. It actually hurts you. Like honestly, it whacks your head right against the headrest. Look at, honestly, that's like makes you feel like a bit sick. You also get that noise piped in, which you can actually turn off through the infotainment system if you want to, but in Sport Plus mode makes these spaceship sounds when you accelerate. And when the gearbox, the two-stage gearbox, I don't know if you heard it then or whether I was too busy blathering on, as it changes down from second to first, it does like a little woof sound, the sound augmentation, like it's blipping the throttle, but obviously it's not. Need to, it's electric motor. But the rest of the driving experience, I've said it before about Porsche Taycan, it is the most fun electric car, but it is not one of the most fun Porsches, because ultimately it's still quite a heavy car. So a 911 is more fun, a Cayman's more fun, a Boxer's more fun, obviously, but you've got to admire its ability to just put its power down through its four-wheel drive system. And the fact that, you know, when you're just cruising around and you have it into sport mode or normal mode with that noise turned off, it's really quiet. In fact, the handling really is impressive for an electric car. Obviously, you got the batteries as low down as possible in the bodywork, so that keeps the centre of gravity low. So the car doesn't really lean much in the bends at all, it just stays nice and flat. The steering is responsive and quick, and it does just grip and go around corners extremely well. The brakes as well, Porsche brakes, they do such good brakes. Obviously there's a regen effect when you first press them, and then the friction braking takes over, and you don't notice that transition. It's just so smooth, so well done. It is good fun. A lot of people who have Taycans are mainly just pootling around town, and for pootling around town it's better than you think. Now this GTS is definitely helped out with the fact that it does get that rear wheel steering as standard, so it does just make it a little bit more manoeuvrable. It reduces the turning circle from 11.7 metres to 11.2, which is quite useful. They don't build a bad car, do they? This GTS version of the Taycan Sport Turismo is supposed to do 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds, but I'll find out using my specialist timing gear, which I've had to mount down here because I can't get a satellite signal through the windscreen for some reason, but it'll work through the sunroof. Anyway, let's do it. Sport Plus mode, launch control activated, off we go. Strong acceleration, gear change there. No, it says 0 to 60 in 7 seconds. That's wrong. Let's try again. Launch control activated again. I think that's wrong again. I'm definitely going quicker than that. I like doing like 100 here and it's like lagging behind. No, my specialist timing gear has a problem. Launch control again. No, it's lagging behind again. No, it's way off. It's not 5.62 seconds. What is the matter with you? Oh no, I've lost the little screw down here now. Oh, this is an absolute show, isn't it? Oh, I don't know how this is even going to work now. Let's just try it anyway. No fix, no satellite fix. Where's that? Right, I'm going to try something else. I'm going to hold out the bloody window. Come on, yeah, we've got a fix now, look. Fix, one-handed. Oh! There we go. 3.55 seconds with the window open. I think I need some new specialist timing gear. Anyway, it was quicker than Porsche said. Just need to find that bit that's fallen down the carpet of doom. Porsche says that the Taycan, what with all its torque vectoring and instant responsive electric motors and computer brain, is the easiest car they make to control on the limits and for sliding. But I'm not sure about that, so I'm going to just test it myself. I mean, surely not. It's like four-wheel drive, right? Oh. Right, well, I'm not controlling it very well. Let's have another go. It actually spins a lot more than I thought it would, even though it's four-wheel drive. It sort of knows what you want to do and just lets you. Oh, that's made me feel very sick. I don't agree with Porsche's engineers. I think it's harder. I've got a bad feeling. No, it's ripped out here. Oh dear, it looks like I've delaminated the tyre. Look, these strips have come off it. I think we better go to the verdict. So then, what's my final verdict on the Porsche Taycan Sport Turismo? Should you avoid it? Should you consider it? Should you shortlist it? Or should you just go right ahead and buy it? Well, if you've got the money, you should go right ahead and buy this Sport Turismo. It really is a great electric car and the pick of the Taycan range. I hope you'll enjoy the video. If you did, give it a like. Let me know what you think of the Taycan Sport Turismo in the comments below. Do you prefer it than the standard car? Click on those windows there for some more videos, and if you click on that box there, you can go to Carwow to sell your car. Our dealers will bid on your car. It's completely free. Go try it out.